Welcome to Volunteer Essentials Training. Please have your copy of Volunteer Essentials nearby so that you can reference it as needed. By the end of this session, you will be able to describe the following: the importance of all the components of the Girl Scout leadership experience, the keys, the processes, the short and intermediate outcomes, and the final outcome. What a typical session or a meeting might look like for a specific grade level, and how journeys, badges, and patches or events align with the Girl Scout leadership experience. In addition, you will learn several tips for managing a group and conducting a safe group meeting, including the following: circles, check-ins, quiet sign, and parts of a meeting. You will also learn money management and financial reporting, progression of trips, and how to plan trips with girls, and record keeping for the troop. On this slide, you will see the Girl Scout Promise. Please note that Girl Scouts of the USA makes no attempt to define or interpret the word God in the Girl Scout Promise. It looks to individual members to establish for themselves the nature of their spiritual beliefs. When making the Girl Scout Promise, individuals may substitute wording appropriate to their own spiritual beliefs for the word God. This disclaimer appears in the National Leadership Journey Adult Guides, but not in the Girls Book. It is included here as a reminder to you as a volunteer that it's your responsibility to be sensitive to the spiritual beliefs of the girls in your group and to make sure that everyone in the group feels comfortable and included in Girl Scouting. Please feel free to share this information with girls' families. On this slide, you will see the Girl Scout Law. The Promise and Law are the ethical foundation of Girl Scouts. A copy of the Promise and Law can be found in the Quick Start section and in Chapter 1 of Volunteer Essentials. By reciting the Girl Scout Promise and Law at the beginning of each troop meeting, girls not only learn the words to the Promise and Law, they also learn how to conduct a simple ceremony. But remember, it's important that girls learn the meaning of the Promise and Law, not just the words. There are 3 Girl Scout signs that you will use routinely with your girls. The first is the Girl Scout sign. The middle 3 fingers of the right hand are raised whenever the Girl Scout Promise is recited. The 3 fingers used in the sign represent the 3 parts of the promise. We also have another sign that comes in handy with Girl Scouts: the quiet sign. This is the raised arm with a flat hand. Teach this sign to your girls at your first meeting and use it often. It is a great way to gain control of the group. The third sign is the Girl Scout handshake. Girl Scouts can greet each other with the Girl Scout handshake, which is used by the Girl Scouts and Girl Guides all over the world. The handshake is made by shaking hands with the left hand and making the Girl Scout sign with the right. The left hand is nearest to the heart and signifies friendship. It is traditional to use the Girl Scout handshake during award ceremonies when congratulating awardees. Now let's talk about the basic components of Girl Scouts. These topics can be found in the Quick Start Guide and Chapter 1 of Volunteer Essentials. The mission of Girl Scouts is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Girl Scouts are typically known for the other 3 C's: cookies, camping, and crafts. But wouldn't it be great to change the view of the community and be known for the mission's 3 C's: courage, confidence, and character? So you may be asking just who can join Girl Scouts. Girl Scout membership is open to any girl from kindergarten through 12th grade. After girls join, they team up in the following grade levels: Girl Scout Daisies in kindergarten and 1st grade, Girl Scout Brownies in 2nd and 3rd grade, Girl Scout Juniors in 4th and 5th grade, Girl Scout Cadets in 6th through 8th grade, Girl Scout Seniors in 9th and 10th grade, and Girl Scout Ambassadors in 11th and 12th grade. And of course, adults. Girl Scouts is a volunteer organization and wouldn't exist if not for our many volunteers. Girl Scout volunteers are also a diverse group. You may be a college volunteer working on a community action project, a parent volunteer ready for an outdoor adventure with your daughter's group, or any responsible adult, female or male, who has passed the necessary screening process and is looking to help prime girls for the day when they'll lead, however and wherever they choose. What all members share, both girls and adults, are the Girl Scout promise and law. Each member also agrees to follow safety guidelines and pay the annual membership dues. Adults have the option of purchasing a lifetime membership. Everyone can participate in Girl Scouting in the ways they want to, using the flexible pathways available to them. Even as a volunteer, you can choose from flexible ways to participate that can be tailored to fit your schedule and lifestyle. You can also volunteer behind the scenes with your troop, your service unit, or in the council office instead of volunteering directly with girls. Girls can choose any one, all, or some of the options: camp, events, series, troop, travel, and virtual within a single membership year. As a volunteer, you too have the option of partnering with girls throughout a membership year or committing to an opportunity for only a few weeks or months. We have found that most girls in grades K through 5 participate in the troop pathway and that older girls choose series and events. Remember, each pathway is real Girl Scouting. Girl Scouts is the world's largest organization of and for girls, currently encompassing 2.3 million girl members and nearly 1 million volunteers. There are 3 core structures that support all adult members: the National Headquarters, or GSUSA, our Council, Girl Scouts of Chesapeake Bay, or GSCB, and your support team, your service unit. Girl Scouts of the USA, our national headquarters, is a member of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, also referred to as WAGs. The headquarters for GSUSA is located in New York City. The Girl Scouts of Chesapeake Bay Council is chartered by GSUSA. We have 3 offices. Our Newark Resource Center, or NRC, in Newark, Delaware, is headquarters for our council. The 2 remaining offices are the Peninsula Resource Center, or PRC, which is located in Salisbury, Maryland, and the Community Services Building, or CSB, which is located in Wilmington, Delaware. Our council serves the Delmarva Peninsula. GSCB is comprised of 27 service units, or geographical regions. Your service unit is your primary support team. It is important to familiarize yourself with your service unit and attend their meetings. You'll want to take note that the core of the structure is the girl. That's the reason we all do Girl Scouts. So what is your role as a volunteer? Your most important role as a Girl Scout volunteer is to be excited about everything this opportunity affords you: a chance to help girls succeed, play a critical role in their lives, and watch them blossom. As a Girl Scout volunteer, you'll serve as a partner and role model to the girls. You'll also work closely with a co-volunteer, because 2 adults must be present at all times when working with girls, and at least one of those volunteers must be female and not related to the other adult. This is an important distinction that bears repeating. Men can serve as troop volunteers, but an adult female who is not related to the other volunteer must be present at all times, and only in cases of emergency is a girl to be alone with only one volunteer. Your other responsibilities as a Girl Scout volunteer include accepting the Girl Scout promise and law, understanding the 3 keys to leadership that are the basis of the Girl Scout leadership experience: discover, connect, and take action. Sharing your knowledge, experience, and skills with a positive and flexible approach. Working in partnership with girls so that your activities are girl-led, allowing them to learn by doing, and allowing for cooperative or group learning. And you'll also partner with other volunteers and council staff for support and guidance. Last but not least, organizing fun, interactive, girl-led activities that address relevant issues and match girls' interests and needs. Additionally, you will be providing guidance and information regarding Girl Scout group meetings with your girls' parents or guardians on a regular and ongoing basis through a variety of tools, including email, phone calls, newsletters, blogs, or other forms of social media, and any other method you choose. processing and completing registration forms and other paperwork such as permission slips, communicating effectively and delivering clear, organized, and vibrant presentations or information to an individual or the group, overseeing with honesty, integrity, and careful record-keeping the funds that the girls earn, maintaining a close connection to your volunteer support team, and facilitating a safe experience for every girl. At this point, you might be thinking, how am I ever going to do this? In your role as a Girl Scout volunteer, you'll team up with co-volunteers, parents and guardians, members of the community, council staff, and others who have expressed interest in working alongside you. The adult guide of each journey gives you tips and guidance for creating a friends and family network to support you along the way. The other volunteers on your support team may help by filling in for you at meetings, arranging meeting places, being responsible for communicating with girls and parents and guardians, locating adults with special skills to facilitate a specialized meeting, assisting with trips and chaperoning, managing group records. Remember to utilize your volunteer support team. You can find out more about your role and responsibilities and your support team in Chapter 1 of Volunteer Essentials. Everyone needs tools, and this training will provide you with one of the tools that you will need to be successful. By now, you may have completed the following: Girl Scouting 101, which is an overview of Girl Scouting and its history, and is available on the GSUSA website, www.girlscouts.org. Service Unit Basics, which is generally conducted by your service unit, but there is an online version on our website. If you complete the online version, you will still need to speak with your service unit manager to get information that is specific to your service unit. You can find this toolkit icon on the GSCB website. If you access the toolkit, you will find many of the resources that you will need as a volunteer. Safety is a large part of making sure our girls are able to accomplish everything they want to do in the program and in life. Anytime the girls choose an activity or event to participate in, make sure you look it up in the safety activity checkpoints. These give you all of the details on what is needed to make the event run smoothly and ensure that everyone can enjoy it. The checkpoints are listed alphabetically in the volunteer toolkit, so it's easy to find what you're trying to find. Girl Scouting guides girls to become leaders in their daily lives, their communities, and the world, helping them become the kind of person exemplified by the Girl Scout law. When girls lead in their own lives, they discover their values and the confidence to do what's right. This helps girls act in ways that make us proud, no matter where they are. When girls lead in their communities, they connect as they learn how to work with other people. This helps them get along better with others, resolve conflicts, and do better on group projects at school. When girls lead in the world, they take action to change the world for the better. Starting as young Girl Scouts, girls learn how to see problems, such as a food pantry in need of donations, or an elderly neighbor who could use a hand, and come up with a solution. In other words, discover, connect, and take action equals leadership. And everything you do with the girls in Girl Scouting is aimed at giving them the benefit of these 3 keys to leadership. When girls discuss the definition of leadership and how they want to experience it, they talk about shared leadership, multiple experts, taking turns, and being able to make the world a better place. We want them to experience intentional or purposeful leadership, which is teaching a girl to take the lead in making the right decisions for herself, to stand up for what she feels is right, and to become the very best person that she can be. Leadership in Girl Scouting means developing an introspective leadership, not taking on an authoritarian role. It is empowering a person to make a difference in the world. And speaking of the Girl Scout leadership experience, doesn't it look like fun? Whether you're on the path of journeys or taking fascinating side trips with badges or the outdoors, everything we do in Girl Scouting should focus on helping a girl discover and develop her own inner leadership so that she can make a difference in the world. We're going to use the analogy of a car to explain all of the components of the Girl Scout leadership experience. Since Girl Scouts has been just the coolest thing going for the girls for the past 100 years, we have to be in just the coolest car.
Here's our car, which represents our Girl Scout troop. We're taking a journey, so what's the first thing we'll need to keep in mind? Well, we need to know where we're going. Let's turn on the headlights and see where we're going. Where our journey takes us are our long-term outcomes. Girls lead with courage, confidence, and character to make the world a better place. You might ask, why would we start at the end? Well, when we know where we want to end up, we can determine how to get there. When planning a road trip to a location, there is no point in getting in the car if you don't know where you're going. Before placing the car in drive, we need to know where we're headed so we know how much fuel to use or how long the trip will last. Okay, so now we know where we want to go, but how are we going to get there? Where might we stop on the way, or what road are we going to take? These are our short-term outcomes. Short-term outcomes are the specific knowledge, skills, and values that girls learn from what they're doing in Girl Scouting. These are learning the sorts of skills that we've traditionally seen in Girl Scouting, such as building a fire. In a car, this is like doing errands, such as going to the grocery store, then going to the gas station, and finally going to the post office. And these short-term outcomes lead directly to the long-term outcomes that we seek in Girl Scouting. As girls go through the years in the Girl Scout program, they get more out of it than just learning individual skills. They gain leadership skills through experiences such as working with a team, chairing a committee or event, and speaking in public. Previously, we focused on the short-term goals or errands individually without seeing where they were taking us. Now that we know that we are headed towards a larger long-term goal, we can see how all the errands along the way lead us to our destination. So what do we need to make our car move? First, we need our wheels. Our front wheel is the one that steers us in the right direction. It keeps us on the right path. It is the focus of our activities. The Girl Scout leadership experience is different from other youth programs, such as having your daughter take piano lessons, be on a soccer team, or sing in a choir. Girls don't just focus on perfecting skills. Rather, they learn a variety of skills along the way. In Girl Scouts, the focus of the activities are the 3 keys to leadership: discover, connect, and take action. The back wheels are the traction. When used correctly, they keep you moving forward. In Girl Scouting, these are the 3 processes that we use to guide girls to the 3 keys: girl-led, learning by doing, and cooperative learning. In Girl Scouting, do we spend a lot of time lecturing to the girls? As leaders, do we spend our time telling them what to do? Hopefully not. When girls make decisions, do hands-on activities, and work together while using the 3 keys, they keep themselves on the path moving forward. If we didn't focus on these 3 processes, we would spin our wheels and never go anywhere. Another thing we're going to need to get our car to its ultimate destination is fuel of some sort. We're environmentally conscious, so our car is a hybrid and we'll be plugging it in to get charged up. The fuel for our Girl Scout troop car is the Girl Scout program. All the things that we do with the girls: journeys, badges, product sale programs, traveling, even just a Girl Scout troop meeting. Now that we're all charged up and ready to go, is there anything else missing? We can't go anywhere without a driver. And our driver is, of course, our adult Girl Scout volunteer. When adults understand the Girl Scout leadership keys, the processes, and the short and long-term outcomes we're seeking, and help guide the girls with these things in mind, we call this purposeful leadership. We're thinking about our goals, the best way to get there, and we're tailoring our program to include these principles. But before we leave on our road trip, we need one more thing. The girls, of course. The girls are like student drivers in a way, as they watch and learn from the adult who is driving the Girl Scout troop. Someday soon, though, they will be driving the car themselves as the leaders, while the adults take the back seat and enjoy the ride. This is the Girl Scout leadership experience.
GSUSA developed 15 standardized outcomes that help us measure our success in guiding girls along the Girl Scout leadership experience. National outcomes are like a roadmap or a GPS system. They guide us to where we are going and let us know if we get off track. There are 5 Discover outcomes. Discover outcomes are a reflection of the inner discoveries a girl experiences through Girl Scouting. There are also 5 Connect outcomes. Connect outcomes are all about the girls realizing that life isn't just about me, it's about us. And finally, there are 5 Take Action outcomes. Take action outcomes are the end result of girls having the confidence and courage to make sustainable changes in the world. All of these outcomes are listed in your Volunteer Essentials manual, as well as in the adult facilitator guides for each of the journeys. Short-term outcomes are the skills, knowledge, and values that allow the girls to achieve their goals. They are the building blocks that lead to Girl Scout leadership. Program activities are all the things girls are able to choose to complete throughout their Girl Scout leadership experience. They include journeys, badges, Hire Girl Awards, service projects, product program, travel, and outdoor adventures. All of these experiences help girls figure out who they are and what they excel at doing. Since Girl Scouts is girl-led, the girls choose what things they want to work on throughout the year. In Girl Scouts, every girl should have the opportunity to learn the Girl Scout way, which includes traditions, values, and skills, to help manage her troop by using the Daisy Ring, the Brownie Circle, junior and cadet patrols, senior and ambassador town meetings or executive officers, to learn and achieve by experiencing progression in skills and travel, to explore the outdoors through camping, hiking, nature studies, water sports, and adventure, to express her creativity through songs, crafts, games, skits, and puppetry, to explore the meaning of citizenship with career exploration, visits to local, state, and national government, service, and take action projects, and to share in the Girl Scout community by helping younger Girl Scouts, organizing service unit events, and earning the Program Aid, Counselor in Training, or Volunteer in Training awards. Over the past decade, girls and adult volunteers have told GSUSA loud and clear that they wanted something different. They wanted a cohesive, seamless program where all the pieces fit together. Adults wanted it to be easy to deliver. Girls wanted it to be relevant to their lives. Everyone wanted to retain the beloved traditions, but most of all, everyone agreed they wanted it to be fun. So GSUSA created the National Program Portfolio, which incorporates leadership experiences and skill building into one program. In Chapter 2, you will find information about the program opportunities, but let's look at what was created. There are now badges and journey awards that girls can earn. The Girl's Guide to Girl Scouting is a binder full of information and badges that girls can earn. The journeys are the leadership awards the girls can work on and also include skill building badges that correspond to their themes, but they can be earned on their own. Girls can choose what they want to work on and have options depending on their interest. The portfolio has built-in progression, which we will explore in the next slide. Badges emphasize progression in general topic areas. Girls can look forward to adding to their skills and increasing their competency at each grade level. With the Quick Badge, for example, all the levels have the badge, but the skills and the requirements grow as the girls grow. While Brownies create snacks, ambassadors host a dinner party. This allows girls to master something before they are asked to do more. In addition to the badges that are already in existence, girls are able to create their own badges. Using the Make Your Own Badge category, girls are able to tailor a badge to their specific interest. In addition to creating the requirements for the badge, girls will actually be able to go online to a special website and design their own badge. Fun, bright, and appealing graphics are carried through every grade level, even into ambassadors. Daisies earn petals and leaves, while the other levels all earn badges. All badges are earned the same way, regardless of level. The girls must complete all 5 steps, but they have 3 choices for each step. Once they have completed all 5 steps, they have earned the badge. Badges also have journey tie-ins and options for giving service. The journey tie-in includes a tip for tying the badge activities into a journey. The Giving Service option offers 3 ideas about how a girl can use her new skill to give service. Daisies earn petals, each one representing one of the Girl Scout laws, plus leaves for financial literacy and cookie business. Each petal is associated with the flower in the daisy garden that teaches girls about her particular part of the law. To earn the petal, girls read the flower's story and do activities that demonstrate their understanding of that part of the law. The image shows all of the awards a Girl Scout daisy can earn. The next pages show all the awards for each of the other levels of Girl Scouts. Girl Scout ambassadors are our 11th and 12th grade students. They are busy with work, school, applying to colleges, and getting ready to go out into the real world. These girls are so busy that GSUSA realized that they just don't have the time for skill-building badge sets, so they don't offer them at this age level. But that doesn't mean there aren't options for our Girl Scout ambassadors. The National Program Portfolio is like a yummy peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The Girl's Guide to Girl Scouting is like the bread. It's what gives shape and structure to the sandwich and fills you up. The journeys are like peanut butter. It's what holds the sandwich together and gives you protein to go the distance. Badges are equivalent to jelly. They're colorful, fun, and sweet. By themselves, bread is dry and tasteless. Peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth in a big blob, and jelly is sickly sweet. But put them together, and you have a sandwich that not only looks like fun, it tastes yummy and provides you with complete nutrition. So where will all this happen? You will need to decide the day, the time, and the frequency of meetings. You will also need to find a convenient location, which ideally is free or of minimal cost. You will need to consider, does it have the resources you need? The tables, chairs, adequate lighting, and space. Are there restrictions, such as no food or drinks, no liquid glue, no glitter? And most importantly, is it universally accessible? So who is going to help? You will need to form a troop committee. You can ask parents, adult family members, friends, neighbors, members of the community such as civic organizations, Girl Scout alumni, retired persons, and recent college grads. Go for the ask. The appendix for the troop volunteers has more information on forming a troop committee. Parents can be both a help and a hindrance to your troop. Use the Families Make It Happen form to find out what talents and skills your parents have that can help the troop. Encourage parents to help in meaningful roles, such as product program manager. They can set up trips and activities outside the meeting place, provide a meeting based on an area of their special interest or expertise, write a regular troop newsletter or other form of communication, chaperone or drive during field trips, help with camping, complete paperwork, such as those due to the service unit and council, or records for girl and adult, and the financial paperwork, such as checking accounts and DCRs. Avoid letting parents use Girl Scouting meetings as a personal babysitting service, a coffee klatch time, or a playground for younger siblings. The appendix for troop volunteers includes more information on setting up a parent meeting and a troop committee. It's important to create a safe space for the girls. But what does that mean? Not only do we need to provide physical safety, but emotional and psychological safety as well. We need to allow them to feel secure, enable them to take risks, give them courage to try something new, facilitate communication, build trust, and enable learning and trying new skills. Chapter 3 has suggestions to get you started. This slide shows you some of the topics on creating a safe space. All of these topics are discussed in Chapter 3, but let's give an example of how you would create a safe space in a troop meeting. We could use arrival activities, which help to control chaos, circles, which have all the girls in an equal setting, check-in or sharing time, which provides communication, group agreements, so that everyone has a say in creating them, capers, which are shared responsibilities, safety-wise and safety activity checkpoints, which keep our girls safe, the quiet sign, which maintains order, and openings and closings, which mark a clear pattern to the meeting. The idea is to create routines, expectations, and organization. So, you have determined your meeting day and time, obtained a space, had a parent meeting to discuss all the details, recruited a troop committee, and registered all of the girls and adults. Now what? In the appendix for troop volunteers, the parts of a troop meeting are discussed and defined to help you add structure to your meetings. If the girls get into a routine, it will make the time you have together more productive in the long run. Not all meetings will have all 6 parts. However, these are the typical parts you will have in your meetings. Capers. It's not just a funny name. Capers equals shared responsibility. Here are 2 examples of caper charts for meetings. There are many more ways to do caper charts, but the best is to involve the girls so that they know what is required of them when they have the caper assigned. It is also fun to have them create their own tag or avatar for the caper chart. Traditions are the things we remember. They stay with us and remind us that we belong to a sisterhood of Girl Scouts. Chapter 2 reviews Girl Scout traditions, the Girl Scout sign, handshake, motto, and slogan. You saw these earlier in the presentation. Do you remember the Girl Scout sign, the quiet sign, the Girl Scout handshake? If not, you can always refer back to Chapter 2. Ceremonies are also an important part of Girl Scouting. There are several volunteer essentials that we have provided. You can also find thousands more by simply searching on the internet. Service projects keep us connected to the community, make us feel useful and needed, and develop character. Arts and crafts, games and songs, they're not just fun, but build skills. Field trips, travel and outdoor adventure equal greater exploration and adventure. They develop courage and confidence while allowing the girls to challenge themselves. Safety is everyone's responsibility. Chapter 4, Safety-Wise, has all of the information on how to keep the girls safe. Whenever the girls want to do an activity, get them in the habit of looking through Chapter 4 and the safety activity checkpoints to make sure they have covered all of the bases for safety. Safety activity checkpoints can be found on the Council website, www.gscb.org. Click on the Volunteer Toolkit icon and then click on the Safety Activity Checkpoints. The Safety Activity Checkpoints are in alphabetical order and list all of the things you need to think about for each of the activities. This section also has a chart to remind you of when additional insurance may be required for an activity or an event. Thinking about safety before the trip or event will help avoid potential hazards. Progression in travel is an important part of Girl Scouting. Daisies explore their neighborhood, beginning on foot, to the library, the post office, or the park. Brownies venture into their community, either on foot or by car, to the museum, to the zoo, or behind the scenes at a Pizza Hut. Juniors are ready to step out and explore their state, by car or mass transit, going to museum sleepovers, weekend camping, or amusement parks. Cadets can explore their region. They may go backpacking, stay at youth hostels, explore Savannah, or other U.S. destinations. Seniors are ready to take on the country with longer trips by air, traveling to Girl Scout destinations, national jamborees, and GSUSA National Council sessions. Ambassadors can roam the world using any mode of travel to international destinations, world centers, or hosteling through Europe. Remember that girl-adult ratios for travel and trips are different than those used during meetings. Make sure that girls are taking part in planning and budgeting for any of their trips. Review Chapter 4 of Volunteer Essentials entitled Safety-Wise for the best way to transport girls. How parents decide to transport girls between their homes and Girl Scout meetings is each parent's individual decision and responsibility. However, for planned Girl Scout field trips and other activities in which a group will be transported in private vehicles, the following must be considered. Every driver must be an approved adult volunteer and have a good driving record, a valid license, and a registered insured vehicle. Girls never drive other girls. If a group is traveling in one vehicle, there must be at least 2 unrelated approved adult volunteers in the vehicle, one of whom is female, and the girl volunteer ratios in Volunteer Essentials must be followed. If a group is traveling in more than one vehicle, the entire group must consist of at least 2 unrelated approved adult volunteers, one of whom is female, and the girl volunteer ratios in Volunteer Essentials must be followed. Care should be given so that a single car is not separated from the group for an extended length of time. Private transportation includes private passenger vehicles, rental cars, privately owned or rented recreational vehicles and campers, chartered buses, chartered boats, and chartered flights. Each driver of a motorized private transportation must be at least 21 years old and hold a valid operator's license appropriate to the vehicle. All state laws must be followed. Anyone who is driving a vehicle with more than 12 passengers must be a professional driver who possesses a commercial driver's license or CDL license. Make sure you review the checklist for drivers located in Chapter 4, Safety-Wise, of Volunteer Essentials before you embark on your trip. Chapter 5 of Volunteer Essentials is all about finances. These are the main things that you will need to be aware of when dealing with troop finances. The main thing we want you to remember is do not make checks out to cash. Leave a paper trail. The video you are about to view has more detailed information on how to handle troop finances. Remember that anyone who handles money will need to be a registered Girl Scout member and have a background check done.
Welcome to Troop Finances. We hope this tutorial will help you in your volunteer position. Troop finance is the management of troop money, including income, expenses, the troop checking account, and the involvement of the girls in the planning and management of troop finances. The Girl Adult Planning Partnership is key to successfully managing troop finances. Girls at every grade level should play an active role in planning, implementing, and evaluating troop finances and activities. The leader's role in the partnership is to assist girls in learning decision-making skills and to allow girls to gradually take the lead as they grow older. When working in a successful girl-adult partnership, it is important to follow the 6 steps of planning with the troop. Number 1. Girls always do the planning with the help of leaders, but sometimes leaders need to do some planning in advance. The level of advanced planning will depend on the program level of the girls. With Girl Scout Daisies, the leader should offer program choices to the girls and allow them to vote on financial matters. However, with Girl Scout Seniors, the leader should let them do all of the financial planning and give advice only when needed. Number 2. Brainstorm ideas with the girls about how they would like to earn and spend their troop money. Remember, there are no wrong answers or bad ideas while brainstorming. Number 3. Keep progression in mind when asking the girls to manage finances. Progression allows girls to master skills before moving on to something more challenging. With Girl Scout Brownies, you might have them collect and record the dues. With Girl Scout Ambassadors, you would give them responsibility for all aspects of the troop's money management, record keeping, and transactions. Number 4. As a group, decide on a plan of action. Use a democratic girl-led system to make decisions as a troop, such as Daisy Brownie Rings, patrols, and executive boards. Once the troop decides on a plan, make sure to keep all girls and adults informed as to how the troop plans to earn, spend, and record their funds. Number 5. The leader's role is to guide the girls towards success by facilitating meetings and asking and answering questions. But remember that activities don't always run smoothly or turn out successfully. Allow the girls to make mistakes and learn from these experiences. Number 6. Always evaluate every activity with girls. This includes money-earning activities and programs that the troop treasury funds. Evaluation is extremely important because it allows girls to share ideas, learn from experiences, and make decisions in the future. When managing troop finances, there are some general council guidelines a troop leader must follow. All checks must be signed by authorized signers on the account. Avoid having your co-signer sign multiple checks in advance. That's why we recommend having at least 3 signers on each account. You should always be able to find someone to co-sign a check. Don't keep petty cash. Leave a paper trail. Use checks to make purchases. If a certain store or merchant refuses to accept a Girl Scout check, use your own, keep the receipt, document the purchase, and reimburse yourself later with a troop check. Make deposits promptly. When collecting money from girls for dues, trips, or cookies, make deposits promptly. Avoid having cash or checks sitting around. Check your statements carefully. If you see an error or a service charge show up, contact the bank immediately. Errors can only be fixed if they are brought to the attention of the bank within the first month or 2. Remember that the money in the account belongs to the girls and should be used for the girls. As mentioned before, the girls must have input into how the money is spent. Younger scouts can make choices between several options. Older girls should have much more input in creating ideas of how to use the money and what kind of activities they want to participate in. Keep your parents informed about troop money matters. Your bank statements and check register should be made available to any parent who requests to see it. Parents paying for troop expenses. If a parent needs to spend their own funds on behalf of the troop, they should receive authorization from the troop leader or treasurer prior to doing so. All receipts should be turned in so the parent can be reimbursed by the troop treasurer by check only. Prior to opening your troop checking account, speak with the service unit treasurer or auditor. They'll be able to help determine if the service unit works with a particular bank or bank branch in your area. Then contact Girl Scouts of the Chesapeake Bay's Finance Department and provide to them the bank name, address, manager's name, and a fax number, your troop number and service unit number, the leader's name, and all of the signers' names for the account. Most banks require a letter of authorization from Girl Scouts of the Chesapeake Bay in order to open checking accounts for troops. Providing the above information to the Finance Department is the quickest way to receive the letter of authorization. When opening a troop checking account, remember these steps. Open a checking account. Opening a savings account will jeopardize Girl Scouts of the Chesapeake Bay's nonprofit status. Open under GSCB. All Girl Scout accounts in the Chesapeake Bay Girl Scout Council are opened in the name of Girl Scouts of the Chesapeake Bay, then designated by your specific troop number. Have 2 to 3 signers on the account. All signers are financially liable for account activity, which is the reason to have 2 signers on every check written. The leader and at least 1 other adult troop member must be a signer on the account. We recommend having at least 3 authorized signers on each account to make it easier to obtain 2 signatures on each check. The signers on the account cannot be related to each other or live in the same household. All the signers on the account must be registered Girl Scouts, be at least 18 years old, file a volunteer application with the service unit, and successfully complete a criminal background check. All the signers need to meet at the bank with driver's licenses to open the account. It is recommended to use companies such as the ones listed or some similar company, since they offer checks at a lower price than the bank and will help you save a lot of money. How do you label the checks? At the top of the check on the first line, put Girl Scouts of the Chesapeake Bay. Put the troop number on the second line. Do not put a program level. You can put your address on the third and fourth lines if you wish, though it is not required nor recommended. There are three main funding sources for Girl Scout troops: troop dues, council-sponsored product sales, and money-earning activities. Troop dues are an option for activities the girls plan to participate in and for the cost of snacks, supplies, and other materials used by the girls at regular meetings. Troop dues are meant to supplement cookie and fall product sales activities. No girl shall be denied membership in a troop or have her participation restricted based on her lack of ability to pay troop dues. When setting the amount of troop dues, the fees should be decided on by all members and take into consideration the income levels of all of the girls in the group. Council offers 2 product sales per year, the fall product sale and the cookie sale. Both offer girls the opportunity to not only earn money for their troop, but to learn entrepreneurial skills such as budgeting, sales, marketing, money handling, and goal setting. Girl Scout troops should be funded primarily through council-sponsored product sales and dues. Any additional money-earning activities should be planned and carried out by the girls in partnership with adults. Troop money earning provides girls with a valuable opportunity to learn about all aspects of goal setting, money management, and entrepreneurship. Girls planning a trip or other special program activities may require funds in addition to those earned through the Council's product sales programs. As girls decide on activities that they want to accomplish during the year, they should create a troop budget. Using the budget, the girls should then set goals for their participation in the Fall Product Sales Program, Cookie Program, and then determine if there's a need to plan other money-earning activities. Troops must submit a Troop Group Money Earning Activity Application Packet, or Form 303-FM, with a completed budget that shows the anticipated income and expenses to both the service unit and to Council for approval of the activity. The application must be completed and submitted at least 1 month prior to the activity. This will allow time for approval by the service unit manager and/or the program consultant and Council. Additionally, parents and guardians must grant permission before a girl may participate, as it is a voluntary activity. All activities must comply with all Volunteer Essentials standards, safety activity checkpoints, and the Girl Scouts of the Chesapeake Bay standards and policies. This is what the money earning application looks like. It requires a budget be completed as well as an evaluation after the money earning activity is complete. Girl Scouts are allowed to plan, apply for, and carry out money earning activities that are girl-led and provide girls with the opportunity to set goals for money earning activities, create a budget, determine how much the group needs to earn, and make a plan. Each step of the way, girls are actively involved in planning, marketing, and carrying out the money-earning activity from beginning to end. These activities include events such as bake sales, car washes, talent shows, making specialty products such as scarves and candles, or providing a specialty service such as dog walking. Non-permissible are other organizations. Girl Scouts are not allowed to endorse products or solicit money on behalf of another organization when identifying ourselves as Girl Scouts, such as wearing a uniform, a sash or vest, official pins, and so on. This includes selling or promoting products made or distributed by other organizations such as Joe Corby's Pizza, Hershey's Candy Bars, and Yankee Candles. This also includes participating in a walkathon or telethon while in uniform. However, troops can support another organization through Take Action projects or by making a donation from your troop's account. Girl Scouts as individuals are able to participate in whatever events they choose, so long as they're not wearing anything that officially identifies them as Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts are not allowed to participate in restaurant nights or friends or family coupon promotions when identifying ourselves as Girl Scouts. Both items endorse other organizations and do not require active involvement from the girls during planning, goal setting, or marketing. Girl Scouts are not allowed to participate in any games of chance, such as basket bingos, quarter auctions, raffles, and etc. Girl Scouts do not gamble. While troops have three main sources of income, dues, council-sponsored product sales, and money earning, Girl Scout troops may also receive alternate forms of income in the form of donations and sponsorships from other individuals or organizations. For donations, any monetary gift between $10 and $250 must be reported to Council using Form 305FM, the Club Organization Donation Report, along with a copy of the check. Donations over $250 that are received by the troop must be sent to Council with this form and the original check made payable to Girl Scouts of the Chesapeake Bay within 2 weeks of receipt. Girl Scouts of the Chesapeake Bay will forward the check back to the troop after filling out the appropriate IRS forms. GSCB does not accept gifts designated to troops or groups from individual donors. Community organizations, businesses, or individuals can also be sponsors and may provide group meeting places, volunteer time, activity materials, equipment, or financial support for Girl Scout groups. If your group has a sponsor, the sponsor's contribution can be recognized by sending thank you cards composed by the girls, inviting the sponsor to a meeting or court of awards, or working together on a service project. Council-sponsored financial assistance is provided to individual applicants based on specific financial need and the applicant's compliance with the financial assistance philosophy. Girl Scouts events and activities will result from realistic girl-adult planning that allows Girl Scouts adequate time to prepare troop or group money-earning projects that will support the girls' choices of activities. Financial assistance is granted to individual applicants who have a specific and distinct financial need. All applicants are to contribute a reasonable portion to the activity cost. Requests should indicate that the applicant has participated in realistic event planning and money earning with other troop group members over a period of time. Assistance is available, but it must be applied for by the troop leader and/or the parent guardian of the girl or the adult member themselves. The individual applicant must be currently registered with Girl Scouts of the USA, and the application must be completed on the current form, the Loan or Financial Assistance Application. Any girl requesting financial aid must participate in both the council-sponsored fall product and cookie sale. Financial aid requests can be for a single event or for year-long programming. The financial aid worksheet must be completed with all requested information to be considered by Council. You may ask yourself, with all of this income coming into the troop, what are the troop expenses? Girls in troops experience two main sources of expenses: troop expenses and parent and guardian expenses. Girl Scout troops are often responsible for expenses that are incurred from decisions the girls make together as a troop on how they would like to spend their troop treasury. These expenses include, but are not limited to, recognition items, troop meeting activities, field trips, events, and troop trips. Parents and guardians are often responsible for those expenses that are incurred for individual girl activities. These expenses include, but are not limited to, the membership fee, which can be paid by the troop dues, a uniform, which is optional, and individual activities and events such as resident camp, which is also optional. Managing your troop bank account and finances is not unlike managing your personal checking account. It is important to keep a record of all the income and expenses for your troop. It is best to keep all receipts and bank statements in one place and make sure that the troop treasurer reconciles bank statements every month. Document all income and expenses in your bank book as they happen. Write a detailed description for each transaction as well as the date. The DCR, or Detailed Cash Record, is a tool used to report to girls, parents, the service unit, and council how troop funds were managed during the Girl Scout year. The more detail you provide in your records, the easier it is for the service unit auditor to review and understand the transactions, and the easier for you to remember how the money was spent or received and by whom. Save all income and expense receipts. Have one envelope entitled Income and one entitled Expenses. Label your income, cookie money, dues, event fees, and expense receipts, supplies, badges, food, to help keep track. When bank statements are received, check the statement against your documented income and expense. Don't wait until the end of the year. Do this monthly. If a parent owes the troop any type of funds, but the parent is also owed money for a reimbursement from the troop, treat these as separate transactions. Receipt the money from the parent for payment, and then write a check to the parent for reimbursement. That way there is a clear paper trail and all of the income and expenses match on your DCR. The Detailed Cash Report, Forms 301 and 302 FM, are a record of all money coming in and going out of the troop, including funds not going through the bank account, for example, registration fees. They are due a minimum of twice a year in December and May. The Detailed Cash Report must be submitted with all receipts and bank statements to your service unit auditor. Your service unit may require additional reviews. Please make a copy for troop records. Once the audit is completed, original receipts will be returned to the troop. The Detailed Cash Report has two sections, Income and Expense. Go through the form line by line and complete each line. All columns must be totaled at the bottom of each page and again at the end of the DCR, and columns must balance. Be very specific. The more details, the better. Explain where both deposits come from and what expenses are for. If you are a new troop, the starting balance will be 0. All other troops should have their starting balance as the ending balance from the previous Detailed Cash Report submission. If your troop is meeting over the summer, remember to include summer activities on next year's Detailed Cash Report. If you are carrying over a large balance from one year to the next, please make sure to note what the money is being used for. For example, a trip at the end of the year or camping over the summer. This will help the service unit auditor when they are reviewing your Detailed Cash Report. Remember these simple things when you're completing your Detailed Cash Report to make your auditor's job much easier. Original receipts and copies of all bank statements are submitted with the DCR. All expenses and income are reported. Council-sponsored product sales are reported on the DCR as well. Explanations and prospective plans are provided for any remaining balances. These simple tips will make recording and having your troop finances audited go much more smoothly.
All money earning activities must have the girls involved in the planning and execution of the event. All money earning must be approved by council prior to the event occurring. The purpose of money earning is to teach girls how to finance programs they wish to do, and for them to take a leadership role in earning the money needed. Commercial fundraisers are not permitted. This means no Joe Corby's Pizza, Domino's Family Nights, etc. Restaurant nights where a portion of the profits are donated back to the troop or service unit are also not permitted. Selling brand name items such as Coke or Pepsi, which implies endorsement of the product, are also not permitted. You may not compete with council or the service unit for grants or local civic organization donations as well. Keeping accurate records is very important. Check with your service team for help with individual girl records, adult records, DCRs, registration forms, financial assistance applications, trip and camping applications, and supplemental insurance. All of these should have been covered in Service Unit Basics. If not, use the online Service Unit Basics found on the Council website. This training has given you a toolkit with some of the basic tools to get you started. We have learned about the 3 keys to leadership: discover, connect, and take action. We've learned about the importance of the 3 girl processes: girl-led, learning by doing, and cooperative learning. You've also been shown the components of the National Program Portfolio and how to use them. And finally, you've been given the resources needed to keep adults and girls safe. These are the power tools in your toolkit. They are the things that create the Girl Scout program. These are the hand tools in your toolkit that help to shape the activities that girls can do. We'd like to give a special thanks to Pat Bjorky of Service Unit 88 for sharing her presentation. Thank you for taking time to volunteer, for taking time to get your position training, but most of all, for wanting to inspire the next generation of girls to become the leaders of tomorrow. They couldn't do it without you. A quiz should automatically open, but if not, please click on the link to access the quiz. If you are taking this training offline, you must print out the quiz, complete the questions, and submit the completed quiz to Council.